Hey, thanks for clicking this video. Just a friendly reminder, this is a clip from my previous live stream. And if you want to catch me live in action so you can join the conversation, just remember I live stream Sunday through Friday. That's 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And I'm going to post the time right here because I know some people don't want to Google. So nevertheless, go ahead and enjoy this video. So we've had this conversation before, and unfortunately, it is a conversation that needs to be had probably until the end of time. When it comes to Black MAGA, even I want to say Black Republicans at this point, I don't understand how you can still support a party that does not like your black ass. Okay, and I'm talking to my black folks here. Okay, everybody else can listen, but I'm specifically talking to my Black Americans here. You know, the whole saying is not every Republican is racist, but every racist is Republican. That means something. So my question is, how can you support or be a part of a party that does not like your ass? I'm confused. That's a real question. And people like Officer Tatum, Candace Owens, Jason Whitlock, Tim Scott. I mean, it's a few other ones out there. The only reason that they're used, and yes, used, they're not joining, they're being used. And the only reason that they're being used is one, to make racist white people feel comfortable. It eases their spirits that like, hey, I can't be racist because this guy, Officer Tatum, I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel. Or I can't be racist because I support someone like a Tim Scott. It makes them feel comfortable with their bigotry, with their white supremacist talking points and their ideology. It makes them comfortable. And two, to be a mouthpiece for these racist, hateful people. And I wish I could have found this clip, but it was this older white lady, and she was like, I supported someone like Charlie Kirk because he said the things I was scared to say. Let that sink in for a second. She said, I supported someone like Charlie Kirk because he said the things that I was too scared to say. That is the exact same thing on why they support someone like an Officer Tatum, Candace Owens, and so on and so on. Because they say all the racist things about black people. I mean, about everyone else, but specifically to black people. And they be like, hey, I'm thinking the same thing about these ghetto people here. I'm thinking the same thing. Thank you, Officer Tatum. Thank you, Candace Owens, for saying the things that I'm too scared to say because they know it's racist. They know it. And that's why they support someone like him. And here's my test. Name one Black MAGA, prominent Black MAGA, that a group of black people, just random black folks, that will invite someone to their barbecue. Name one Black MAGA person that would be invited to the barbecue. I couldn't think of one. But let's hear Mr. D.L. Hughley go ahead and talk that stuff. And of course, we don't need the blockers. Damn it, I forgot to take that off. Hold on, give me like 7.2 seconds, okay? Let's see. This is the main one here. All right, boom. All right, let's take a listen.
To refresh your memory, this is Sandra Macy. She called the police. She was under mental duress. This officer, Sean Grayson, unalived her, and he was charged with murder. And today, a jury reached a decision that he would be charged, found guilty of second-degree murder, up to 20. He could serve up to 20 years. And the trial started on October 20th. 29th, we have a conviction. But this is Officer Brandon Tatum.
This is justified, but it could have been avoided, but still justified. You can't throw boiling water on a police officer and not get shot.
Here, grab your ID for me. Okay. Your ID. One task at a time. So let's do.
She seems to be someone who's struggling mentally. They asked her to go and turn that fire off because they didn't want it to catch on fire while they were over there talking to her. And this is what happens next.
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from the hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
Do I agree with the way he articulated what he said? No. I don't like when officers talk like that because this is what happens. When you end up shooting somebody, you already look like a deranged fool.
Drop the fucking pot!
If there's a black woman that's involved in any incident, they are automatically want to indict the police officer because they're white. They make it about a racial thing. They compared this woman to Breonna Taylor. It's so disingenuous.
Now, before DL continues, not every shooting needs to be racialized. I kind of somewhat agree with that. But let's not pretend as if we don't know why black folks would think it's racial. Once again, historically, according to the data, that's why black folks would just assume that it has to be some racial undertone to these shootings. Don't blame us. Blame the history. This is not a one-off. So, Officer Tatum, what are you talking about? But hey, continue.
Now, obviously, Officer Brandon Tatum didn't think that the officer, he thought that his tactic was wrong, and he didn't argue whether he should be hired or not, or whether he was a good cop or not. He said he wouldn't defend him, but he believed, the only thing he believed was that his killing of Sandra Macy was all right. It was textbook, that it was okay. He also believed this.
I still think Sean Gracie got done dirty in the court of law. However, I'm not backing that guy. He was a dumb, ignorant police officer, and I think that the perpetuation of his behavior over time led him to end up getting convicted. But I got more to talk about in this video, so you stay tuned. You don't want to miss
that they would have a hard time finding guilt in this case because he believed the pot of boiling water was a deadly weapon, which we now know that the jury didn't buy. I will say that I am so glad that Officer Tatum is no longer a police officer. I'm also glad that the jury didn't see things the way he did. That they didn't have the same lack of appreciation for black lives as he seems to. And I pray this. I pray that his children never come across an officer who has as little respect for black life as he does.
Hey, that's simple. We should be excited, happy that someone like Officer Tatum is not an officer. I don't even want to call this dude officer. Just Tatum. Tatum the dummy, okay? Now, let's hear, once again, I know you guys don't like DJ Vlad. I get it, but like I done said, when he's on Vlad, when DL's on Vlad, like we got to hear what he's saying. Okay, let's go ahead. Once again, this I know for sure we need the blockers. This is for copyright purposes. So don't be asking in the comments, why there are black lines? This is for copyright purposes.
My YouTube forum that you were coming to do an interview, someone brought up a back and forth you had with a guy named Brandon Tatum.
I don't know who, Officer Tatum, right?
Yeah, the guy, the cop.
Right. The guy, no, he's not a cop. Do you know when you call yourself your old job, you don't think much of what you do now?
Okay.
When you call yourself, I think that he is a unremarkable human being.
Damn.
I think that the one viable commodity that black MAGA people are is their ability to regurgitate white supremacist talking points.
Yeah.
And they can only do it a couple of times. They're not refillable. So when your only value is saying bad shit about black people, I don't need you to do it. I don't need just you to do it. Anybody can do that after that. So I think he's an unremarkable man who's the kind of human being that MAGA likes black men who do what they're told. Name me a remarkable. This is a thought exercise. Name me a remarkable black man that MAGA liked.
A remarkable?
I'm talking about remarkable that all of us can agree is a remarkable human being.
Steve Harvey.
MAGA don't like him.
I mean, he met with Donald
Meeting
Trump.
with him, I'm talking about with MAGA champions him, like a Tatum or like a fucking Byron Donalds or
let me think.
those people. Name me a is Clarence Thomas remarkable?
No.
He's obedient. Is Tim Scott remarkable? He's obedient.
I mean, Kanye's remarkable in certain ways.
Kanye's a remarkable man who they co-opted, but his experience, they glommed onto him. They kind of be attracted to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But even he says things they don't like.
Right.
What they don't understand, MAGA likes Republicans. MAGA likes black men for the same way they pick their dogs, because they're obedient.
Woo! Hey, he just compared black MAGA to a dog. And guess what? That's disrespectful to dogs. I'm just saying. Can we be? And I'm not even a pet person. But still, to compare black MAGA to a dog? Ew, nasty. But hey, I understand what he's saying. And I believe 100% every single word. Black MAGA is worse than a dog. Worse than a dog. Tell me I'm wrong. Let me know. We need to have that conversation. If you disagree with me, let me know. Worse than a dog. Whew.
They'll never have a stamp or school. They'll never be remarkable. Do you know why Clarence Thomas got the job? Because Thurgood Marshall was retiring.
Correct.
And they needed a black dude, and he was the only one around. He never spoke for decades. He never issued a minority or majority opinion. If Clarence Thomas didn't take a picture with the Supreme Court, they thought he was a janitor. He would have thought he was a janitor that was photobombing. And he is one of the. And the thing that's funny now is that with Charlie Kirk gone, this new iteration of white supremacists has no use for people like that. Did you notice any one of them speaking at his funeral? Was there a black person that spoke at his funeral? Mm. Was Candace Owens, who carried water for him, did she speak at his funeral? Did this dude, whoever this dude is, speak at his funeral? No, because you're window dressing. Ooh. What you are is a fucking picture. You're a photo op.
Damn.
Would you put Candace Owens in the same category as Brandon Tatum?
Sure. They're refillable niggas.
That's what I'm going to start calling them. Refillable niggas at this point. That is their only role. And they know this. That's the thing. They know this. And it only pays is what keeps them in it. They in it for the money. They can't rationalize being part of the Republican Party if it wasn't for the money. I hope they're getting paid buku money. I hope they are creating the type of money that is generational, life-changing. Because to sell your soul and turn against your own people, what is the price tag on that? That's crazy to me. But yet we're seeing them live and well.
Same category as Brandon Tatum.
Sure. They're refillable niggas. Yes, they're Negroes. They're useful. And when they're not, they're no one. Do you think that she was? Were they going to turning point over to either one of them? You think that now all of a sudden, this is the analogy I made. There were times when slaves were told by their masters that on the event of my death, you'll be free and you'll have an exalted position. And when those masters died, the family or the high organization was under no obligation to honor what he said anymore. Mm-hmm. Where are those people now? Struggling to be relevant. Struggling to exist. Candace stock and trade right now is telling you that what they're telling us isn't true. He is fighting for a dead man's legacy.
Hey, straight bars. Can we get some bars in the chat? Can we get some bars in the chat? I need to know where he's lying. And that, and I guess we can say that for any racial group. You know, where I live is a large portion of Mexican homies. And I even see it in their culture. So we can find people like a Tatum and a Candace Owens in any racial group. And that's the sad thing. We already know that this country was created to only serve one group of people. Now, I'm not saying all black folks need to think the same and, you know, hate racism and just be, you know, locking arm against white supremacy. Some people just want to live their lives and don't want to care, don't want to pretend racism isn't real. Okay, cool. You can do that. I'm not trying to force you to join the fight. But do not purposely align yourself with the enemy. With the enemy. You are purposely aligning yourself with people that would lynch you if it was legal. If they could get away with it, they will lynch you. No matter how much you lick their boots, no matter how much you sing Trump's praises, they will lynch you and laugh and get away with it if they could. We know that for a fact.
Hey.
But once again, we're having this conversation.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra. Fuck with me.